How India, Saudi Arabia, and China are coming together to establish a financial power based on gold and how it will affect the dollar. In a world of fiat currency, it's no surprise that governments are looking for alternatives. But what happens when three major economies combine to create a gold-backed financial powerhouse? India, Saudi Arabia, and China have recently agreed to form an alliance based on the concept of creating a gold-backed global reserve currency. This move could shake up the current international economic system and have enormous implications for the US dollar. In this video, we'll look at how this new partnership will affect global markets and what it means for America's position in the world economy. Number 1. BRICS. BRICS is an acronym that stands for the 5 major emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This group has become increasingly important in global economic affairs due to its strong economic growth and sway over the global economy. Recently, India, Saudi Arabia, and China have agreed to come together to establish a financial power based on gold. This could lead to a dramatic shift from the current reliance on the US dollar as a reserve currency. This new agreement would see all three countries collaborating to develop an alternative financial system where gold would be used as a reserve asset instead of fiat currency. The goal is to create a more equitable global economic system that would be less dependent on US influence. This could ultimately cause countries like India and China to become more financially independent while also providing stability against volatile exchange rates. Furthermore, it has been argued that this could act as an impetus for better trade links between these countries and help them form closer economic ties. Number 2. How India is contributing towards this effort. India is an important contributor towards establishing the gold-based financial power between Saudi Arabia and China. It is providing the support that is necessary to make the project successful by supplying gold reserves, investment capital, and vast resources. India has strong ties with both Saudi Arabia and China, which allows them to work together on this project more efficiently than if they were working separately. India's involvement in this venture goes beyond merely providing gold reserves. It is also introducing innovative ways to use gold as an alternative currency for international trade. This will help to reduce reliance on the US dollar, which has been seen as volatile in recent times due to political upheaval and other changes in the global economy. By developing a robust gold-based system of international transactions, India can help ensure that it remains a competitive player in the world economy. In addition to providing practical assistance with the development of a new financial system based on gold, India is also contributing expertise in economics and finance. Indian economists have long been regarded as highly knowledgeable in understanding how global markets work and what drives them forward. With their knowledge and experience, they can provide valuable insight into how best to structure this new system so that it works most effectively for all involved countries. Furthermore, India's central bank, the Reserve Bank of India (RBI), also has extensive experience when it comes to managing monetary policy. This helps ensure that any changes made by these three countries are implemented correctly and without causing too much disruption in global markets. Overall, India is playing an invaluable role in helping Saudi Arabia and China create a stable financial power based on gold reserves. By bringing together its knowledge of economics and finance with its abundant resources and willingness to collaborate with other countries, India can help ensure that this project succeeds so that all participating countries benefit from its success. Number 3. Role of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is playing a pivotal role in the establishment of a financial power based on gold that India, Saudi Arabia, and China are setting up. This move has been seen as an attempt to reduce their dependence on the US dollar and create a more stable form of currency. In this project, Saudi Arabia will be responsible for providing large amounts of gold for backing. The country has long been known for having one of the largest reserves of gold in the world, estimated to be around 5,000 tons. This provides an important base for the new currency as it helps to provide stability and assurance that it is backed by tangible assets. In addition, Saudi Arabia can provide access to gold through its many mines, which provide an additional source of gold if needed. The role of Saudi Arabia here is essential because it provides access to essential resources like gold and acts as a bridge between India, China, and other countries in the region so that these nations can collaborate more effectively and efficiently. With this collaboration comes increased confidence for investors that their investments are secure since all three countries have agreed upon a unified currency platform backed by real assets like gold, which can provide stability during times when markets are volatile or uncertain. Ultimately, this agreement could bring major economic benefits to all involved while creating a unified platform on which they can conduct international business transactions with greater security and trust. Number 4. Role of China. The role of China in establishing a financial power based on gold is incredibly important as it is the world's largest producer and consumer of precious metal. As such, its involvement will be essential for establishing a strong economic base for this new financial powerhouse. In addition to its production capacity, China is also home to some of the world's largest gold reserves, estimated at around 1859 metric tons. This large amount of gold gives China an influential voice in the global market and provides them with great negotiating power. What makes China even more integral in this endeavor is its ability to provide access to a massive consumer population, which can provide stability and security to any gold-based currency. The Chinese government also promotes investment in gold as part of its official policy, which further encourages citizens to invest in the precious metal, thus creating more demand. Moreover, due to its size and influence, China's presence will make it easier for India and Saudi Arabia to form an alliance with other countries that can make use of their gold reserves for economic growth. Number 5. Effects on the US dollar. The effects of the trilateral partnership between India, Saudi Arabia, and China on the US dollar are far-reaching. This collaboration has the potential to drastically alter global economic dynamics in a way that could be felt around the world. The trio is likely to use its influence in gold markets and its strong reserves to create a currency exchange rate that heavily favors gold over the US dollar. This would mean that countries wanting to purchase goods from these three nations will be required to pay for them in gold instead of US dollars. As a result, there will be less demand for the dollar, leading to a weakening of its value relative to other currencies. Furthermore, the new financial power base created by India, Saudi Arabia, and China could lead to an increase in gold-backed investments, especially among smaller economies that have struggled with traditional currency markets. By having access to a more stable asset such as gold, these countries may gain greater financial security and could even begin trading in gold-backed bonds or notes against each other. This could lead to a surge of investment capital coming into these developing markets, something which would further harm the US dollar due to higher demand for other currencies. Overall, this trilateral agreement has marked the beginning of an era where gold is becoming increasingly important as an alternative asset class, one which is not just backed by governments, but also by three of the largest emerging economies in Asia. In turn, this shift away from reliance on fiat money towards stronger and more reliable assets poses serious risks for many investors who have traditionally bet on continuing strength from US-based markets and currencies. The establishment of this new financial power based on gold will have a ripple effect that could potentially shake up the global economy. India, Saudi Arabia, and China are making moves to create an alternative system for international trade, which may lead to less reliance on the US dollar, as well as other major currencies like the euro or Japanese yen. This is still in its early stages, but it's something we should all keep an eye out for. It's possible these changes could shape our economic future in ways we can't even imagine right now. Like and subscribe and comment down below what you want to see next. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more updates.